first guest is a Tony Award-winning actor. He's starring in a new film entitled Into the Woods. You can see it beginning Christmas Day. And in March, he will become the new host of The Late Late Show, which follows us right here on CBS. Please welcome the multi-talented James Corden. Welcome to the program. There he is. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, are you kidding?
Congratulations on all your success. Tell us a little bit about where you're from. Tell us about your family. Tell us what's going on.
I'm from a town called High Wycombe.
High Wycombe?
Which you've never heard of.
Never heard of High Wycombe.
No one in Britain has even ever heard of it.
Even Britain, they've not heard of it.
It's painfully ordinary and small. It's essentially a roundabout. It's, I'm not joking. It's very grey. No one is ever from High Wycombe. It's so, I can remember when we got a McDonald's. This was a huge thing in the town. Yeah. This was like, oh my, what, really? It has a chair museum. I'm not joking.
A museum of chairs.
It has a museum of chairs, although I don't think High Wycombe even invented chairs. I just think we went, oh, we'll have a museum of chairs.
We've got plenty, let's do it.
And that's essentially...
Now,
that's where I'm from, yes.
Help us geographically. Near a larger city we might be familiar with?
It's about an hour and 20 minutes outside of London.
Mm-hmm. North, south?
Sort of southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah.
Well, and so now your family, you still have family back there in High Wycombe?
Yeah, my parents live there, my sisters live there.
They must be terribly proud of your success. You've won a Tony Award. You're in this movie Into the Woods, and you'll be taking over the Late Late Show. They must be thrilled for you.
No, they are. They're very, very...
That's nice.
No, they're very happy. I mean, they really are. Like, it's kind of, it is ridiculous to be taking over such a show as the Late Late Show. If you're me and you're from High Wycombe, it makes no sense. Let's be clear. It can only be described as a huge error.
No.
On behalf of CBS. This is a huge mistake.
No, I think it's fine.
No, come on.
No, and
there's no reason for it to work.
It's not that difficult. First of all, let's keep that in mind.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. But
when you tell your parents, my God, the boy's going to be a fixture on American television.
Oh, it's madness.
What is their reaction?
Well, my dad's phone, he was genuinely so proud. Like, he kind of welled up a little bit because, people texting and emailing and calling and to have your own show in America is... to me is mind-blowing, let alone to my dad. And I was asking about the show, and I was telling him about it, and I was saying that it was after your show, which he couldn't believe. And then he said, well, what time's it on? And I told him it was on at 12:30. Yeah. And his whole face just dropped. He couldn't even comprehend that anyone would even be watching television at 12:30, let alone making television that would be on. And he actually said, he just said the phrase 12:30 3 times. He just,
12:30.
He went, 12:30.
A.M.
12:30. Then he went, midnight. He went, well, what time does it end? And I said,
when the sun comes up.
well, it ends at 1:30. And he went, well, they might as well call it the early show.
Well, he does have a point there.
He was like, James, this sounds a terrible idea.
Now, let's just be clear. You're not Andy Richter doing a character.
No.
Okay, all right.
Genuinely.
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
There'll be there's no sense of any of that.
But now, on to the sublime. You have an addition to your family. That's lovely. Congratulations.
I do, yes. We just...
Little girl, is it?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but how old is your boy?
My son is 3, almost 4, and our daughter is 22 days old.
Oh, my God. So she's a little bitty.
She's this big.
Good for you. This is exciting, and I don't know if it's too soon, but the differences between boys and girls becomes readily apparent quickly, I would think.
Immediately. It's amazing how quickly you it changes. I mean, having a child changes the way you look at the world, and having a daughter really changes the way you look at the world. Having a pregnant wife changes the way you look at the world.
Right.
Too, like, it really does, particularly the second time, because the first time you're so full of joy, all of you're getting through it. The second time, like, I learned quite early that there's just things you can't say to your pregnant wife. Mostly the words, "I'm tired." Like, genuinely, like, I learned this the hard way. Like, no, honestly, I came home one day, and as I normally do, just lay immediately out on the sofa.
Good idea.
I just went, oh God, I'm just exhausted. And my wife looked at me in only the way a wife can when they inhale through their nose, and she just went. She went, "Are you?" She went, this is completely true. She went, "Are you feeling tired, darling?" She went, what is it you've done today?" And I said, "Oh God, I had that breakfast meeting, and then I had that wardrobe fitting, and then I had to go to that gifting suite that was miles away, and she went, "Yeah, that sounds exhausting. She went, "Do you know what I've done today?" She went, "I've grown eyelashes inside my stomach." She went,
Wow.
She said, I've formed a human beating heart 6 inches below my own. Shut your mouth and go and get me some chocolate. Now, that's, yeah.
Yes, well, it's good to be reminded. It's none of my business, of course, but were you there for either of the...
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I loved it. I was right. I was there, and both times, it's amazing, it's incredible, but my Uncle Robert gave me some advice the first time round that I don't know if I should say, it is good advice for anyone out there who's expecting a child, is... My Uncle Robert said to me when my first son, Max, we were coming towards the due date, and he said, he's a real geezer. He's like a newspaper printer. And he said, I don't know why I did that. He doesn't do that. He literally never does that. I mean, that could not be less like him in any way.
He might want to think about adding that, working that into it.
He's not going to see this. He does this. No, and he said to me, he said, "James, I'm going to give you a word of advice." He went, when she's in labour and it's happening, don't go down and watch it, right? And don't go down and see it.
Okay,
and I said, "Why?" I said, "Surely is it not the most beautiful thing you could ever see? You're seeing life happen before your very eyes." Yeah. And he said, "It's like watching your favourite pub burn down." There's more. He said, it's like watching your favourite pub burn down. You know they'll do it up, but it won't be the same.
Wow. Well, there you go.
So, it's really going to be that level.
Yeah,
he's going to be the head writer on the Late Late Show. So, that's what you're going to look forward to, folks.
The same. Well, James, pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with your new endeavor here at CBS.
Man. Thank you.
We'll be right back with Norman Lear.